Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me for my daily morning beginner flow. For today's practice, you'll need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can go ahead and grab some books, whatever you think could replace them. I will also be showing you some ways on how to use your yoga belt if you have one. I used to use my yoga mat holder in the beginning, so you can actually replace this with whatever you think of. When you're ready, let's go ahead and meet on the mat.
Ryan Little.
Alright, so when you're ready, we're going to start in Navajrasana, seated on the heels position towards the end of your mat. If this already feels like too much of a stretch for you, you can just go ahead and grab your blocks and try and see how it feels if you place it underneath your bum. Just making sure to keep your spine straight and long. But I do want you to be comfortable because we're going to stay in this position for a little bit. So if this is too intense for you, just go ahead and come in a seated, cross-legged position. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you can also go ahead and tuck the back toes. You can go ahead and choose whatever variations feels most comfortable for you. Since we're going to be practicing with blocks today, you can go ahead and already place them on both sides of your mat. When you're ready, I'll invite you to close your eyes. Place your hands on your thighs. We're going to start to connect with our breath. Taking deep inhales and exhale through the nose. Really focusing on our Ujjayi breaths and trying to make those inhalations and exhalations equal. We're going to take one last breath here. Your next inhalation, can blink the eyes open. Go ahead and press the palm of the hands down on the mat. Keep the back toes tucked or tuck your back toes and slowly make your way into a downward facing dog. Doesn't matter here if the heels touches the ground. Just go ahead and readjust yourself. You can keep the knees bent if that feels more comfortable. Just really pressing the hands. Imagine that the armpits are looking at each other. Let the chest melt towards the thighs. You can go ahead and start paddling out the legs. Straighten one leg out at a time. Following your breaths. When you're ready, you can try to straighten out both legs. On your next inhale, we're going to take some spinal waves. So when you're ready, just go ahead and take a big inhale. Tuck chin to chest, roll forward. When shoulders over wrist, exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Let the hips glide you all the way back to down dog. Head is the last thing to come back though. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail. Bend the knees as much as you need here. Glide all the way back. One last time, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. This time when you make it back to down dog, let that right leg lift all the way up towards the sky. Coming into a three-legged dog, really press into both hands. And your next inhale, we're gonna start to take some leg lifts. So when you're ready, inhale, pull, pull, pull up, reach a little higher. Exhale, lower down. One, inhale, up, exhale, lower. 2, 3. Again, inhale, up. 4. Last one, inhale, up, hold. This time, let the left heel come off the mat. Slowly roll forward, tucking that right leg to your chest, letting your right foot come down on the mat in between both hands. Can slowly adjust yourself. Go ahead and grab both blocks here. Lower the back knee, coming into a low lunge position. I want you to place your hands to be by your side here. So wherever you need your blocks to be to feel comfortable, I want your knee to be over your heels. You want you to imagine that both legs are kind of pressing against each other. And you really want to just let your hips sink down towards the mat. So whatever height of blocks you need. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, take your block, walk them forward a little bit. We're gonna slowly tilt our hips back. Let your hands glide, coming into a half split. So you want your hips to be squared, the front foot to be flexed. Whatever height of blocks you need, take a big inhale here. Really focus on straightening your back and squaring those hips. Really pull the navel in. Use that core to help you lengthen the spine. Take another inhale. Exhale, try and let yourself melt on to your leg. Wherever you are, keeping the legs squared, spine straight and long. I'd rather that you stay here than that you start doing something like this. Alignment is everything. That's how you see progress. Taking a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your blocks forward, coming back into that kind of low lunge. Tuck your back toes. Let your back knee lift off the mat, prepping for high lunge. Take a big inhale to rise, cactus the arms. Exhale, really settle into the pose here. On your next inhale, let the arms reach up and overhead, coming into prayer. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Next inhale, bring your hands to your block. You can slowly walk them a little bit more to the front. Take a little kick, let that left leg lift all the way up off the mat. Taking a big inhale here, tucking that left leg into the chest, really round the upper back here. And lift up, cactus the arms again to rise. Keeping that knee bent. On your next inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, palms to heart. Lower the foot back down. Towards the other one. Again, take a big inhale. Rise all the way up towards the sky. Exhale. Dive down. When you're here, grab opposite elbow. Let yourself hang onto your legs. Maybe your legs are bent. If it feels like too much of a stretch for you, just ease it into it. Bend your legs if you want to. Use your core here, really tuck the belly in. Use your core to bring yourself as close to your thighs as you can. On your next inhale, you're going to place your hands on your blocks, whatever height feels most comfortable for you. You're going to take a straight back, so maybe your hands on your blocks, maybe they're on your shins. Whatever feels most comfortable for you, take a big inhale, straight back. Exhale, we're going to bend into our left knee, keeping our right leg straight. We're going to take a half Uttanasana, forward fold here. So we're just going to melt onto our right leg. You can go ahead and take your blocks, if you need them, just place them around your right foot, whatever feels most comfortable for you. On your next inhale, you're going to come back to that straight back, taking your blocks underneath your hands, whatever height you are. Exhale, same thing but opposite leg. So bend into that right knee, mount into that left leg. When you're folding forward, you really want to think of putting most of the weight towards your tip of the toes. So really shifting that weight forward. Take a big inhale, coming back to that straight back. Straighten both legs here. On your next exhale, we're going to go ahead and give it a try. Try and attempt the full forward fold. Another trick that I have also is if you have a yoga strap or either a little mat holder, you can go ahead and take your strap, place it underneath your feet, and really just practice starting from the straight back, pulling with that strap to bring your chest as close to your legs as you can. If you don't have a strap, that's totally fine. Just go ahead and attempt a full forward fold. One last breath here. inhale, coming back to that straight back, placing your hands on your blocks. Exhale, you can place the blocks by your side. Plant the hands down on the mat, coming into a plank pose. You want your shoulders over your wrists. Really press the floor away. One more breath here. On your next exhale, I'm going to lower maybe the knees down to the mat and tuck the back toes. Shift your body weight forward. Wrap the elbows around and in. Chaturanga, bring the chest down to the mat. To cobra. And slowly back to downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing that we just did, but on the other side. Starting with the spinal waves. When you're ready. Inhale, touch chin to chest, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze, glide all the way back. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze, glide back. One last time, inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. When you make it back to your down dog, let that left leg this time lift all the way up towards the sky, coming into a three-legged dog. We're gonna go ahead and take those leg lifts again. So take a big inhale, pull, pull, pull with that left leg. Exhale, lower it down. Again, inhale, 1, 2, lift, lower, 3, inhale, 4, last one, lift, hold, let that right heel lift off the mat, bringing that left leg into the chest, left foot comes down on the mat in between the hands. Go ahead and maybe place your hands onto your blocks, coming into that low lunge again. Same idea as before. You want your knee to be over your heel. And your blocks and hands to be by your side, whatever height feels comfortable for you right now. Taking one last breath here. On your next inhale, you can go ahead and take your blocks, shift your hips back again, coming into that half split. Want your hips to be squared. Then we take a big inhale, coming into that straight back. Exhale, let it melt. Wherever you are. Take 2 more breaths here. Your next inhale, go ahead and feet around your blocks. Bring them right beside your feet, tuck the right back toes. Take a big inhale, coming into that high lunge again, cactus the arms to rise. Exhale, really settle into the pose. Inhale, let the arms rise up overhead, palms Palms come together. Exhale, lower down to heart. Next inhale, plant the hands back down on your blocks. Can you shift them a little bit forward? Go ahead and kick in that right leg lifts up. Take one breath here. On your next inhale, bring that right knee into the chest, really round the upper back. Cactus the arms to rise. On your next inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, palms to heart, feet lowers down, this side the other way. Take a big inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, dive it down. Hold opposite elbows. Take a big inhale, straight back, place your hands on your blocks. Exhale, plant the hands down. I'm going to show you another option here. Coming into the high plank again. Shift your weight forward, chaturanga, up dog, to downward facing dog. I'm going to take a few breaths here. And your next inhale, you're going to take those spinal waves again. So take your chin to the chest, roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze, lie back. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, glide back. Head is the last thing to come back down. One last time, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop the belly, lift the tail. Lift that right leg lift all the way up towards the sky. On your next inhale, lift the left heel off the mat. Exhale, bring right leg to chest. Lift that foot lower onto your mat. Come in, angle out your back leg to come into warrior one. When you're settled here, inhale, arms lift and rise up, overhead, settle into the shape. Exhale, warrior two. On your next inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, take a slow dive forward. On your next inhale, take that left arm, let it glide maybe on the mat. You can go ahead and grab your blocks, place them in front here. We're gonna come into a wide leg forward fold. So I want your toes to be in, heels out. Feet are wider than hips distance apart. Take a big inhale, straighten your back. Same idea as before. Exhale, let yourself melt, holding opposite elbows to start. Take a big inhale, straight back. Exhale, let it melt. Option to grab your big toe, or you can try and grab the back of the heels and the ankles here, and really try and use your arm strength to pull your body towards your leg. Pulling that spine, really making it, keeping your back straight and long. 2 more breaths here. your next inhale, come back to that straight back. On your exhale, bring your blocks and we're going to switch side. So just kind of bring your blocks to your side, then your hands back down. Coming, just walking your foot back to down dog. Just settling into the shape. And I take those spinal waves again. Take a big inhale. Tuck chin to chest, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze, slide back. Again, inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. One last time. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale. Glide it back. This time with that left leg, lift all the way up towards the sky. On your next inhale, lift that right heel off the mat. Bring that left leg in towards your chest, or the foot down on the mat. Wiggle and make sure that both heels are in line. The back foot is slightly tilted outward. Take a big inhale, make sure you have a strong foundation. Rise up, arms overhead. Warrior one. Exhale. Open. Warrior two. Inhale. Reverse the warrior. Exhale. Dive it forward. On your next inhale, same idea. Grab your blocks. Let yourself kind of dive. Heels in, toes out. Gonna take a big inhale, whether your hands are on your blocks. Straight back. Exhale. Gonna let yourself melt towards the left leg this time. Maybe you want to bring your blocks to help you, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Really, always with any fold, again, focusing on shifting the weight forward towards the tip of the toes. On your next inhale, come back to that straight back. Exhale, melt onto that other leg, that right leg. One last breath here. Take a big inhale, coming back to that straight back. Exhale. Gonna turn around towards your right leg. You can place your blocks by your side. Plant the hands down. Bring that right foot beside the left one, coming into a downward dog. Take a big inhale. Both heels lift off the mat and try and tiptoe your way to the top of your mat here. On your next inhale, straighten your back. Whether your hands are on your blocks and on the floor, on your shins. Exhale. Slowly lower your bum down towards the mat. Slowly coming into a boat pose. So feet hover off. You have two options here. So whether you want to do option one, keep the legs bent, keep the heart lifted, or two, you can try and do it with straight legs. We're just gonna hold this pose for 5 breaths. When you're ready, choose the option that you prefer. One last breath. Slowly lower the top of the fingers onto the the mat and the top of the toes. Bring the forehead to your knees. Take a big inhale. And on your exhale, you're gonna lift up, come back to that boat pose. So whatever option you chose, and just hold. We're gonna do 2 more like this. So inhale, lightly touch the mat. Exhale, boat pose. Whatever option you decide. Inhale one last time. Exhale, boat pose. Alright, on your next exhale, slowly lower down. Coming into a seated position. So we're going to start by bending that right leg, bringing the right foot to the left thigh, coming into this type of L shape here. We're going to take a half forward fold. If you have a yoga strap or yoga mat holder, anything that you could think that could work for this, you could use it and just loop it under your foot like this. Just kind of grab on both sides of the strap. Really pull on the strap to help pull the heart forward. Bring the chest as close to your leg as you can. But if you don't have a strap, that's totally fine. Whatever works for you. When you're ready, take a big inhale. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale. Reach forward with your heart and let your chest melt onto your leg. Really make sure that your back is straight, foot is flexed here. I'd rather you are here or here than like this. Alignment is really everything. It's how you're going to see progress in your practice. Take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, I'm going to press the palms of your hands down onto the mat. Lift your bum off the mat. Wiggle that right foot out. Coming into kind of this opposite bent leg. This is a wide leg, half wide leg forward fold here. So when you're ready, you're going to start by taking a few rocks. So pelvic tilts forward to kind of get an idea of the feeling. One last like this. Take a big inhale. Slowly start to walk yourself forward. Really make sure that your back is straight. Toe is pointed. Toes pointed. Maybe let the chest melt on the floor or on pillows if you have, or a bolster. This pose really helps for the pancake wide leg forward fold that we're going to do later on. No, it's not the most fun in the beginning, but you'll learn to enjoy it. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, slowly lift yourself up. Bring your legs back straight in front of you. We're going to do the same thing but on the other side. So go ahead and bend that left leg. Bring that left foot to the right thigh. Take a big inhale. Arms reach up. Exhale. Heart pulls forward. Let the chest melt onto your leg. Foot is flexed. Back is straight. You're breathing. Two more breaths here. And your next inhale, slowly start to lift yourself up. Bend the hands down on the mat. Lift the bum off the mat. Wiggle that right foot again, coming into this type of half wide leg forward fold here. I'm going to start by taking the pelvic tilts forward, these little rocks here. We're going to take 3. Next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself forward. And you melt the chest down. Two more breaths here. Next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself back up. I'm going to bring both legs straight in front of you. Going to make sure that you're sitting up straight. We're going to attempt a forward fold. So you can go ahead and use your strap if you were using the strap before. If not, that's fine. Take a big inhale. Rise up. Exhale. Pull the heart forward. Let the chest melt. Breathe here. Really make sure that your back is straight. Feet are flexed. Take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly lift yourself up. You can stay facing this way. I'm just gonna turn to this side so you guys can see a little bit better. Just gonna wiggle our legs out as much as you can, coming into a wide leg forward fold, or pancake fold as I like to call it. I'm going to start by taking a few rocks forward, so we're going to do 3 of these again. Last one. Next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself forward, keeping your spine straight and long. Maybe you let your chest melt onto the floor. One last breath here. Next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself back up. Legs come together, we'll go down to the side. We're going to lay down on our backs. Legs come straight out in front of you, arms are by your side. Take a big inhale, right leg lifts up, foot flexes. Take another big inhale, left foot lifts up. Stretch here, so go ahead and bring your right leg in front of the left one. Bend that right leg. Take your arm, loop it around and under that left leg. Use your arm strength to pull your left thigh as close to your chest as you can. Bend that left leg. Make sure both feet are flexed here. You can take a few rocks from side to side. See if that intensifies the stretch for you. One last breath here. On your next inhale, slowly release the arms. Straighten that left leg, slowly straighten the right leg. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, so go ahead and bring that left foot in front of the right one. Bend your left leg. Take your arms, wrap it around and under the right thigh. Maybe you want to take some rocks from side to side, keeping both feet flexed here. Two more breaths here. Next inhale, slowly release the hands, straighten that right leg, that left leg, slowly bend both legs, hug the thighs into the chest. Take a full breath here. On the next inhale, slowly lower the feet back down on the mat. Inhale, bring the right leg in towards the chest. We're going to take those twists. So go ahead and bring your arms straight by your side. Take your left hand to help guide that right thigh towards your left. Keep your gaze towards the right here. Try and keep both shoulder blades on the mat. Really breathe here. On your next inhale, come back to center and switch the legs. So go ahead and take your right hand on your left thigh. Take that twist again. Keeping both shoulder blades on the mat. Two more breaths here. On your next inhale, come back to center. Bring both knees to your chest. Take a full breath here. On your next inhale, grab the outside of the feet, coming into a happy baby pose. Really press the bottom of the feet down. Take two more breaths here. Next inhale, bring the legs back to your chest. Slowly lower it down to Shavasana. We're going to finish this practice by taking a few breaths in Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.